Alright, hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Yes, I'm aware I have a girl character now. It's, just because I want to scam people. Not true at all, I do a quest. But, what we are here for today is a low-level money-making guide. I know it's something that I don't do a lot on my channel, and I might kind of open myself up to, just because I've kind of made some of the best high-level money-making guides that there are, like, other than a Zulrah guide, which is way too in-depth and people already know how to do, and there's already better guides than what I'd probably be able to make. So, I've kind of exhausted a lot of my best GP per hour ones up there, so I figure I'll focus on some of the people on that watch my channel that can't do those money making methods. So today we are not at the GE. We have a different background because I thought it looked pretty sick and I didn't want to teleport back to the GE. So this is going to be a magic money making method. You barely need any money at all. I'd say you probably need about 300k, 350k just to keep yourself going for about an hour's time, which isn't bad at all. So from there you'll be able to make about 360k an hour and gain about 32,000 magic XP. So it's not too bad at all. If you're a lower level, as far as alching goes, you'd be able to get probably around 60k XP per hour, and it's not AFK, you have to click, but I mean, with this is an AFK money making method. You're going to be able to get a little over half the XP per hour, which isn't the best, but at the same time you're making 360k GP per hour in an AFK method. So if that sounds good to you, we're going to get on into it. So going to move on over to the inventory now. Basically what you're going to need is, in my scenario, what you're going to need is earth runes, one earth rune, one law rune, and one air rune for however many times you want to do this, and then also one soft clay for each for however many times you want to do this. Personally, I don't know why I bought double, but it is what it is. From there, you're going to need some coins, and not a lot. If you bring like 100k, you'll be good for a long time. I'd imagine you'd be good for about 1,000 trips, so you'll be all right. From there, you don't need teleports of houses. Those are what I'll be making if you haven't already caught on. So this is going to be using the lecture, I think is what it is called, in a player-owned house to go ahead and make teleport tabs. It's something that some people do in the game, as you guys can see right here. It is somewhat popular because of its AFK and magic XP, but yeah, lecture, there you go. But what we're going to do is just kind of go through how you're going to want to do this. So obviously, if you don't have this in your own house, which I do not, you can just go ahead and go to Remington. You're going to need to be in Remington for this money making method, however, so I mean realistically you might as well just use someone else's house because it's just as fast. But the reason you need to be in Remington is because Phyllis or Viles, I think that's, okay, so Viles, I think that's his name over here, unnotes things for you. So as you guys can see, if I go over here and use soft clay on him, I mean, you can use anything, but I'm personally using soft clay. People use this a lot for dragon bones too. You exchange all for 110 GP, and it gives you full inventory of soft clay, which is way quicker than teleporting and banking. And from there, all you're going to want to do is enter the portal and go to a friend's house, and then whoever the host is. All you need to do is just stand out there, and usually there's someone telling who is the host, but if there isn't, you can just ask around. From there, just walk over to the lectern, and this is where it kind of becomes a thing of what you want to do. So there are different things that you can do in this case. I think bones to peaches and stuff like that you actually do need to do like other side stuff for. But in this scenario, basically, house teleports are the best one that I can do. So, I didn't say this at the beginning, but you will need a baseline magic level. I believe 40 magic is pretty accessible to the average person. Some of the higher ones, like maybe Camelot, I feel would be about the highest you would go. Is only, I mean, that's 45, but it's not too bad at all. So, from here, this is where there's some variation depending on, what stuff's worth at the time. Alright, so from here I'm going to go over to my sponsor GE Tracker, and if you guys have the premium feature, which I do, however, it kind of shows you guys what you can look for. You can buy these margins as well if you want, but I'm just using this as an example. If you go down to the money making tab and then magic tablets, it'll show you what the best profit is on each one that you can make. Right now, teleport to houses are 366 GP profit off of each one. Enchanted diamonds and enchanted sapphires are higher, however, you barely sell on any an hour, so that's why they're that high, because, no one buys them. From there, teleport to houses are the best. Varrock teleports are about 120 GP less. So at the time of making this, it's definitely in your best interest to do teleports to houses. However, over time this may change, and if you don't want to go ahead and use GE Tracker and you want to do your own thing, you can just buy and sell a teleport in-game, minus the cost of what it actually takes to make it, and then figure that out for yourself. So they'll be in the description down below if you want to check that out. They have a ton of other merging tools, but let's get back over to the old school RuneScape. So from there, basically all you're going to want to do is just press make all on the house teleports. It's pretty self-explanatory, and you just sit here and rack in magic XP. So it's 30 XP per one, and the inventory takes about 70 seconds, which isn't too bad at all. Basically the calculations I came up with, I'll go through here in a second. Alright, so in each inventory you're going to go ahead and use 22 earth runes, right? 22 law runes and 22 air runes, so I'm going to go ahead and put all of those in here along with 22 soft clay. Which means that each inventory you're spending roughly 7.3k to make in total what would be 22 house teleports. 22 house teleports in total gets you about 15k. So realistically, you're practically doubling your money after you add in the cost that it's 110 GP to actually unnote these. So whatever money you come here with, you will be doubling. According to my calculations, if you go ahead and make about 7.5k off of each inventory, you should be making around something of 360k GP per hour, which is absolutely insane. I mean, as far as low-level money making goes, it's definitely worth your time. Especially if you're just wanting to chill out, watch some Netflix, or do whatever you want to do. It's definitely the more chill way to go about training magic, and it's profitable. So, God, I am all over the place. I hope this money making guide was helpful. If this really isn't your cup of tea and you're more of a high level money making, or if you're more of a high level account looking for a better money making method that does involve Mage, because that's what kind of was implied in the title and in the thumbnail and whatnot, go ahead and check out a video of mine. It was a couple months ago. It's called, I have to go look it up, this is embarrassing. It's called AFK Magic XP and Profit, and I will leave that as a link in the description down below since I can't put annotations and end screen stuff in the same video. So if you guys want to check that out, you're a higher level account and think that you can do that. And with that, you'll be getting about 200k GP per hour, which is obviously a little less, but you'll be getting about 60k Magic XP, which is insane. And even if you're a lower level and just want something to kind of like strive for in game, go ahead and check that out. That'll be in the description down below. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. If you guys have anything you want to tell me, leave a comment, especially if you guys like some lower level money making methods. I know I've kind of thrown those out the window, not really gone with them, but it's something I'm looking to kind of revisit. As well, you can hit me up in game, either PM me sometimes at @largeexplamp, join 07 helpers, head up the Twitter in the description down below. But nonetheless, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and peace. Alright, so I didn't put this in the guide, but just remember to tip the person whose house you're using, whatever you feel comfortable tipping, because they are providing a service for you. So yeah, without any tips, they wouldn't do this, so just remember that.